Welcome to Learning English Pro. I'm just going to close my door 1 second. I hope everyone is very well. Welcome to the channel. If this is your first time watching, this is Live with Learning English Pro. I'm Jer, and this is where we have a chat. We talk about anything to do with English. If you have any questions about me, about the channel, about any of my upcoming lessons, that's where we can do it, and this is where we can do it all. So, and I'm going to be joining in the chat today. Because we're doing our quiz in the chat today, and if you can see the title of the live, it is our English emoji quiz, and I'm going to be testing you guys live and to see if you can guess what the emoji means in English. Some of the emojis have multiple meanings or multiple little nuances. Hey Anderson, Jorge, hello, good afternoon. So you're all very welcome to my quiz today. I'll wait for a few more people to come on. I haven't been on in a few days. I've been working hard as always in my job, doing kind of marketing work and social media work. My eye is still on the mend. It's much better. I'm still on antibiotics. So hello to everybody. Hello Anderson. I hope you're having a good afternoon. Weather is mixed in Dublin. It's kind of a little bit rainy, a little bit windy, and it's definitely getting colder. So I kind of like the kind of colder weather. I'm not crazy for summer weather or sunshine. If you're joining me, let me know what you're drinking. I have a nice cup of tea, so let me know what beverage your beverage of choice is while you're watching. Nice cup of Irish tea. So let's get started on our quiz. We have a few people here, and yeah, let's get started. So we're going to do emojis today, and I'm going to pop an emoji into the chat. So keep an eye on the chat, and I want you to tell me what the meaning is. What do you think the meaning in English is? Now, sometimes these things are up for debate. How do I get to classes, have classes like you? So I don't really, these are my main classes that I do, and I do my long form videos. So you're very welcome to watch them. It's all about professional English and taking your video to the next level, Anderson. So hi, Mustafa Hamdan. Thanks very much for joining us today. So yeah, you can kind of think of this as a little bit of a lesson. We're going to be talking about emojis, something that we all use in texts and emails and communication. And I think they're really important. And sometimes, they might be different. The meaning might be slightly different than what you use in your language. So Mustafa is asking, we will talk about what today? So we are talking about emojis and their meaning. So this can open up a whole range of discussion. So that's what we're doing. I'm going to type into the chat because I'm going to be typing in the chat a bit today. So that's our topic, is our emoji quiz. And I'm going to start with the first one. So let me just have a look. I have a huge selection here. And I'm just going to start off with an easy one. Okay. So get ready. Let me just clear off. So this is the first. Great, Mustafa. I'm glad you're excited. So this is our first emoji. Now they might come up a little bit different on screen. What does this emoji mean? This one right here, if you can see it on the screen. What does that mean to you? Now, it does have a few different meanings depending on the context it's used. So what would this emoji mean to you? Let's see what the answers are. So, so Mustafa is saying tired. Jacinta A. Diff is saying spicy. Okay, yeah. Mustafa, hotness. Yes. Okay. Yeah, that's very good. I really like these answers. These are all tired. I'm not so sure. Maybe tired as in exhausted, kind of very sweaty and tired that way. You could be that. Let me just have a look here. Uh, so yeah, and Jacinta saying too hot, maybe. Yeah. So generally, it talks. When we use this emoji, we're indicating a temperature. Okay, so if we were in a very hot environment, we would use this. The temperature is very hot, and this one. Okay, so it can also mean a little bit flustered. Flustered means that you're very stressed, so if you're in work and you're very busy and there's lots of customers coming in, you could use this emoji to say that you're a little bit stressed. Ventis is saying chaos and Mustafa is saying chaos. So yeah, like it could, if the situation is chaotic and you're very stressed, you could definitely use this emoji. And Jacinta's asking what flustered means. Suzanne Gaming is asking me for a British accent, so I might do one in a minute. But flustered means very overwhelmed, very stressed. Oh, okay. So flustered, yes, flustered. Exactly. Spelled, you both, Jacinta and Mustafa, you both spelled it exactly right. Flustered. So if you're just joining, we are doing our emoji quiz, and our emoji is this one. So the meaning that I would, put to it would be that it could mean that it's hot, temperature hot, that you're flustered, that you're a little bit stressed, maybe that you're in a chaotic situation. But it can also be used for attractiveness. Someone said earlier spicy, and yes, it can be used in if you're talking about someone that you're attracted to. So yeah, Leonardo's asked me how old I am. How old do you think I am? I'm 43. 43. Yeah. So yeah, this icon can be used, this emoji can be used in lots of different contexts. And if you are attracted to someone and you're a little bit like, whew, that person is very attractive, that's what it means too. So hot, spicy, flustered, chaos, a little bit of stress. That's what that emoji means. So you can see from the quiz that we get lots of different meanings, lots of different words from one emoji. Where can we use neither or nor? Neither or nor. So if we were going to say, oh, that's a tricky one. I will come back to that at the end of the lesson, neither or nor, because that's a whole subject. So we're just going to stick with the emoji quiz right now. Leonidas, I'm young. I hope I'm young. So VAT vlogs. I will come back to your question at the end of this lesson. That's a little bit more of a grammar and language one. So um, let's have a look and see what we're saying now. Sorry. Leonidas is 48. So, oh, you're only a little bit older than me, Leonidas. Okay. So you called this many times in the hospital. Very good, Mustafa. Okay. So you're very flustered from this patient. Oh, I see. I understand. Yes. So if you use that icon, um, it could mean that you're very flustered. So yeah. And don't worry, Jacinta, I'm gonna yeah, neither or nor for comparison, neither this nor that, but we'll come on to that. I'll do that at the end because I just want to take questions at the end then, okay? So let's do our next emoji and see exactly what we're going to do. Um, Let me pick a good one. Okay, here's a good one. And this kind of, this one's pretty straightforward. Hi Zoe, how are you? So, what does this one mean? I'm going to have a quick sip of tea. Zoe, I'm sorry you missed, but I'm here now. You're very welcome. Thanks for joining. We're doing quiz today on emojis. I'm good, thank you. I'm having my tea. My eye is getting better. I don't know if you were here when my eye was bad. And yeah, life is good. So Jacinta is guessing thinking. I think we have better emojis for thinking, don't we? We have that one, the thinking emoji. Thank you, Mr. Vat Vlogs, for subscribing. Thinking. So we have a lot of thinking ones here. So maybe there is a cultural difference. This would be called the eye roll emoji. And this is the eye roll. That's the eye roll. So visual memories. Okay. Okay. So let's see. This one could mean questioning something, yes. So maybe a little bit of frustration, frustration, disbelief, if someone is being annoying, say in work or in college, someone's not doing what they're supposed to be doing, you would roll your eyes. So this would be frustration. That's what I would say. Disbelief if someone's lying, or someone is talking too much, which is kind of goes back to being frustrated with something. So Leonardo is confused. Yeah, that could be one, questioning something. Leonardo is, am I really from Ireland? Yes, I am from Ireland. I'm in my green today for Ireland. So yeah, I'm living in Dublin on the east coast of Ireland. So Zoe said you're watching a series. Looking forward to hearing what one that is. So let's try another one. Let's try another emoji and see what we can think about this. So this one can have a few different meanings. And let's see what we think of that one. Ventis is saying for our previous one, awkward maybe for emotion. Yeah, maybe. Ooh, roll your eyes. Zoe wants to learn English without getting tired. I want to work without getting tired. In Indonesia, it's now 12:30, 32 minutes past midnight. Oh, thanks for staying up with us, Jacinta. I hope you're being entertained. So, will you vote for Conor McGregor? Conor McGregor has pulled out of the election. He is not continuing his campaign, and I wouldn't vote for him either. So that emoji, Jacinta's guessing disappointed. Disappointed. Let's put it up again. Let's put up a few of them and see if you can. So I wouldn't say disappointed, maybe a little bit, maybe upset, maybe. Um, so Shivang, I apologize. I can't read Arabic or your language that you've written in. So if you can write in English, and I hope I can answer you. So any more guesses on our emoji? So Jacinta's guessed disappointed. So can we does anyone else have any other words for this emoji? Moved, yeah, emotional, maybe a little bit more if we really wanted something, if we are asking, begging. I think Jacinta, you mean begging. So yes, begging, pleading, wanting something, and trying to be quite a little bit cute, to be like a little bit cute as well. So pleading, begging, please, please, please. Or maybe you've made a mistake and you're trying to be, I'm so sorry, I'm so cute, so sorry. So yes, just sitting, begging, pleading. Mustafa is asking, do you know how I can become a nurse in Ireland? So to become a nurse in Ireland, you have to have a certain level of English. There are recruitment agencies. I would check out the HSE.ie. HSE is the Health Service Executive in Ireland, and that is where they kind of do recruiting. I do know they do drives around different countries for recruiting to become a nurse. You have to have quite a high standard of English as well. So, okay. So, Ventis is saying cute. So, yes, cute. The emoji is kind of cute and very nice. Juan Carlos Ricarte, you're very welcome back. Saying life not always will give you what you want, but what you need. So, that's a very good philosophy, my friend. That's a very good philosophy. So, let's try another emoji. Um, I have another good one here. This is really, really good. So I'm interested to see what you guys think about this one. Maybe I'll put in a few more. So let me know what you guys think of that one. And I'm going to have a sip of my tea while I wait. What do you think? So Mustafa, yeah, like, hey, if you go, I'm going to type it into the chat for nursing. That is the website I would go to, hsc.ie. And yeah, that is what I would go to for if you want to have a look at becoming a nurse. And Leonard is it true that in Ireland on St. Patrick's Day you can see leprechauns? No, no, leprechauns are fictional. They don't exist. They're magical, supernatural, mythological beings, and you should check out some of our mythologies. We have much cooler things than leprechauns. Jacinta is saying, so an emoji like, please help me. Yes, yes. So this would be an emoji for a very awkward situation, a situation where, just say you're with a couple and the couple are fighting and you don't know what to do, you don't know what to say, you don't know where to go, and you feel like you want to die with embarrassment. So yeah, that's what I would say that one is for. Awkwardness, another word we would have would be to cringe. Like that's when you die inside with embarrassment. So well done, Jacinta. You're doing very well today. Sugata, welcome back to the chat, my friend. I hope you're doing well, and it's good for you to join us today in our English emoji quiz. So yeah, and we're having good fun. We've done a few already. Have a look back through the chat. And if you guys are looking to support the channel, there's lots of ways you can do that. You can pick up a guide on my store. That's a really good support. You can join my student membership. You can also tip me on this as a super thanks. All help. And even if you just want to subscribe to the channel, all your help is very welcome and supports the channel and helps me continue on making videos. Halloween came from Ireland, didn't it? Yes, Leonardo's. So Halloween kind of started in Ireland and started kind of more in the Celtic. So it can be claimed in Scotland and in Ireland. We're kind of the Celtic people. And it was originally known as Samhain. And it was thought of that it was a time when the veil, the wall between the living and the dead, was at its weakest, and spirits were more easy, could come through to the real world more easily. So yeah, yeah. And then like if you look back at Halloween 100 years ago in Ireland, the costumes were very basic, but they were terrifying. And instead of pumpkins, we used turnips, and they looked truly terrifying. So I would definitely have a look up the history of Halloween or Samhain, and I'll type it into the chat because it's Irish, so it's got a very kind of strange spelling. Samhain, Samhain, and that's an Irish word from our Irish language. So yeah, so well done. Juan Carlos Riccardi, it would be good. Can share sounds in this chat. Sorry for mistakes. Clarity, I don't speak English very well. You're okay. So share sounds in this chat. Oh, I know what you mean. If you could talk in the chat with me. Yeah, I think that's coming soon though with YouTube. I think YouTube are working on some kind of collaboration that we can do and talk to each other in a bit more of a natural way. So hopefully that will be coming soon. Sugata is asking me how I am. I'm very well. I'm busy in work. I'm happy to get on here and chat to you guys. I actually have a YouTube meeting in about 20 minutes. So I'm going to stay on for about another 15 minutes and then I'll have to jump over to it's a YouTube training session. So no problem, Leonardes. All is good. Great. So let's do a few more emojis because as I said, I only have about 15 more minutes to stay on. And let's try another emoji. And I will get to the point about, sorry, I have cream, I have my antibiotic cream in my eye, so you can kind of see it on my lashes. Yeah, my eye's getting better. Okay, let's have a look. So let's try this one and see what you all think. And I'm going to put it up a few times. Sugata, you can't speak in English properly. Well, that's what my channel is all about, Sugata. You have the lives for live conversation with me, and then you have my videos for kind of more professional English and everything like that. So, yes, Jacinta saying feeling sick. And yes, it could be that you're feeling sick, maybe a bit woozy, a little bit, maybe your tummy's, you're feeling a bit that you're going to maybe vomit or you're going to puke. Only listening in chat. Um, yeah, Sugata, I just stick with what you're doing. You're watching it live on an English channel, so it's showing that you have the determination to learn, and just keep immersing yourself. Use AI for live chat. That's really really good. for learning, utilize modern technology. So let's go back to our emoji. So we had Jacinta saying feeling sick. So yeah, that's a really, really good one. There's a few other ones as well. Like ooh, yeah. Maybe a little bit like overwhelmed with the ooh, like ooh, ooh. Sugata, I can't understand your communication. Well, I'm from Ireland, so maybe my accent is maybe being a bit difficult for you. But it's all about just you listening in, engaging like you're engaging, and just seeing how we volley back and forth. Malak Marak, welcome. Somehow we use it like we don't like that. Jacinta, yes, Jacinta A. Diff, I understand. So, other ways that we could use this emoji would be to be confused, to be overwhelmed, like ooh, like you said, Jacinta. Or as well, it can be as well to show that you're maybe if you've had too much alcohol, that could be another way. Malak Maroc, I understand almost 90% from your communication. That's great. That's a really good. So you're a very high level then, Malak, because here this is all about communication and casual kind of chat. So this is a lot harder than the professional stuff. If you can understand and join along and engage as well. So yeah, just going back to our emojis. So we have tipsy, we have confused, tipsy being another word for drunk. Maybe you've had too many drinks. That could be why you're using this emoji. Overwhelmed, confused. Sugata, yeah, Sugata, just stick with it. Just you have to keep learning. You cannot learn English or listening all this thing very quickly. It takes time. You'll see lots of videos saying you can learn English in half an hour, 2 hours, but really, learning a language is a lifetime thing. So Juan Carlos Riccardi, I remember when we were annoying with Miss Narato, our English teacher, who insisted in speaking all in English. Now I understand what she wanted to do. Thank you very much. So yeah, your English teacher was very correct, and we call this immersion when you're learning and you're constantly speaking, and all you hear is English, and all you're allowed to speak is English is immersion, and what we do in lots of English school settings. So Venti is saying, "Oh yeah, tipsy, yeah." So that emoji, and I'll just put it back into the chat again, so you can all see. That's our tipsy emoji. If you've had a little bit too much to drink, so let's try another one, will we? And here we go. Here we go. I'm going to put it in twice so everyone can see. So this is the next one. There's two, the last two. What would you use that emoji for? What English words would you associate with this emoji? What does it look like? Does it look happy? Does it look sad? What kind of context might you use this in? Which app is good for English communication? I would stick with ChatGPT or Gemini every time. I wouldn't pay much for apps. If you're going to pay for something, pay for an AI, a good AI to practice, your English. You can use it to create exercises. You can talk to it back and forth. So yeah, really, really good AI all the way. Jacinta, I can't wait. I can't wait. Okay, so maybe dig in a little bit deeper. Patience, no patience. Yeah, maybe a little bit of anger, maybe, a little bit of frustration, you know. But there's a few ways that we can approach this emoji. There is the angry side, but maybe a little bit of like energy for like pride or determination. If you're going to do some work and you want to make sure that you do it well, and you're going to put lots of effort in, this emoji could show that as well. So maybe like a very passionate kind of emoji, isn't it? So yeah, passion, determination, maybe a little bit of anger, frustration, a little bit of that mock anger, kind of not very serious anger, where you're a little bit like, "Rawr." So yeah, let's try a totally different one. And let's see. So I think Jacinta A. Diff is suggesting, Shugata, that you can use episodin. So I have no, I do not know that one, but if you suggest that, that must be good. Okay, let's try one more, and then we'll just move on. So, what does this one mean? So, it's nails and painting nails. So, what does this one mean? What way would you use this one in context? Let me know what you think. I'm going to have another sip of my tea and see what we think. Slay. Yes, Jacinta. Yes, slay is definitely one. Ooh, slay girls. Okay, yeah. So I know we all know what we're doing here. Ninad is you're asking a lot of history questions. Malak Marak elegant. Yes, that would be another one. Um, Let me just have a look. So, okay, so I'm going to deal with the emoji. So the emoji would be maybe slay, as in like well done, or feeling fabulous, or if you're not bothered by a situation, if you're kind of, feeling a certain way, feeling fabulous, not bothered, if you're ignoring the drama. So, yeah, slay. Very, very, very good. I'm very impressed with all your cultural knowledge. Okay, so Torkev, I hope I said your name right. You're from Tajikistan. You're very welcome to the channel. Make sure to subscribe. Um, Sugata, I think you are discussing your app. There, Juan Carlos Ricarti, me Tarzan saying thank you for this conversation. You're very welcome for the chat and the conversation. So, and yeah, I'm very impressed with all your emoji knowledge, everyone. You've really, really impressed me. So, I'm only going to stay on for a few more minutes, and let's just see exactly. I think we can do the emoji quiz again. Um, so yeah, I think I have many more. I'm just looking at my list here and just making sure. Um, okay, so let's have a look. So if you've any questions, I know I said I'd cover neither or nor, so we'll do that in a second. So I just want to make sure that everyone is having a good day, and enjoying this lesson or this quiz on English and emojis. We'll definitely do more of this. I really like this quiz topic structure that we're doing and engaging with everyone in the topics. So if this is the first time with the channel, I'm Jer. This is Learning English Pro, and we do English here, professional English. I have a new video coming out probably tomorrow. It's a medical English one on neurology and neurology terminology. Really great for healthcare, for everyone. Jacinta A. Diff, I'm glad you enjoyed yourself with this quiz. Make sure to come back for lots more quizzes on my live. So yeah, make sure to comment and subscribe on any video. Comment on any video, I mean, if you have any suggestions for more videos for the channel. Thanks, Jacinta. I'm so glad you were able to. This is your first time joining the channel and you had some fun with the quiz. And thank you for answering so much. You got so many right. It's very, very impressive. And it's great to see the different understandings of emojis and how we would all use them in a different way. What do you think about COVID vaccines? Guan, we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about English, okay? So, Sugata, bye bye, Sugata. Thank you so much, Jacinta Adif. You're very welcome. I can't wait to talk to you more, and we'll do more of these quizzes again. So, Malak Marak, always enjoyed. So, I'm delighted. I'm delighted everyone's enjoying all of this. So, yeah, and we just keep it English here, guys. We're talking about language and stuff like that. We're staying away from politics. This is a safe space for everybody just to talk about English and engage with everything. So I want to talk with you, sir. So Sugata, that's what we're here for. Hopefully soon YouTube will have more availability that we can talk together. I don't do private lessons or anything like that. I'm far too busy. So yeah, thanks so much, Malak Maroc. And yeah, so just getting to neither or nor. Let me just pull up my notes here. So neither can act like a negative version of either. We had this question earlier. How do we use neither or nor? So it acts like a negative version of either and used when talking about two things in a negative sense. Do you want a cup or a jar? I want neither. I don't want either of them. So it's a negative form. So when we're talking about two things in a negative way, um, a shirt or a jumper, I do not want, I want neither of them. Okay. Nor appears when we use it's like and, but in a negative way as well. So, and it's a little bit more old fashioned in a way. It functions like more like a negative format of or. So, Manchester nor London won the Olympics for 2040. You know, so it's their negative uses when you're referring to one thing or another in a negative way. I don't want. They didn't win. Two things, neither or nor. Okay. So neither is always used alone, especially in conversations. So do you like tea or coffee? Neither. Neither, you could answer that in one way. So I hope that's very clear. I could always do another live lesson on that if anyone needs anything. So neither is a negative form of either, and you can use it as an answer if you're offered an option of two things. Do you want apples or oranges? Neither. No, thank you. Okay, and then nor is a negative version of or, ships or boats, you know, so yeah, that's that. So guys, I have 7 minutes to go until I have my YouTube training session. So I'm going to let you go. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'll be back on tomorrow and we might do more quizzes, more emoji quizzes. Thank you all so much for joining me today. Sorry, my tea is coming back up. And yeah, have a great day. Hope everyone is well wherever you are around the world. Thank you for joining. Thanks for being part of the community. If this is your first time, make sure to subscribe. Check out my student membership. It's full of loads of additional educational bits and bobs, guides, extra 300 videos, and it's a great way to support the channel. So Sugata, I'll be on. It's very hard to say because I am quite busy in work. I try and get on between 3:30 and 4. I set my alarm for 3:30 every day, and if I can get on, I get on. Within like the hour. So just set alerts for the channel, and you'll get a notification when I come on live around this time every day. Okay. So have a great one, everyone, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Have a good one. Enjoy learning English like a pro. Take care. Bye.